Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am your captain, guide, and friend, Dalton Rellinger. Welcome back to Sailwind, the Scrambling Seas Challenge. It's really not a challenge, it's just a let's play. In the previous episode, we mapped out a couple of islands. We found Fort Astron, we found Fay Valley. And in this episode, we're probably going to find some more islands. We also found a shipwreck that had a bunch of supplies on it that I was able to sell and make a bit of extra money with. And I think it is time that we get a move on. I have plenty of water that I have purchased. That was a very steep drop. I'm glad there's no fall damage in this game. I don't understand how I don't have enough reputation to use the cart yet, but whatever. Hello, Hank. Good morning to you. Alright, so I think it's 52 miles to the southeast. I mean, ideally, I do need to actually find Aster Abbey, so that might not be a bad idea. In fact, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it. That's north. Okay, so we're going southeast. 52 miles to the southeast. Okay, then. I guess I'll put you up here. Due in 3 days, so it must not be too far of a journey. I published episode 1 of this on Sunday, and I'm recording this the same day that I had it recorded, that I recorded the first episode. So I probably won't see any of your comments until, like, the third episode in. Alright, so where is my compass? We are going southeast. So that away. Just make double sure. Yep, southeast. Okay. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Don't think I am. The wind is blowing in the same direction we need to go, so that's a first. I have not installed the tides mod yet. I'll probably need to do that whenever I'm outside of a port at some point. There's apparently also a mod manager mod that or not mod manager, a configuration manager or something that actually helps out with like the random encounters mod and the sea life mod. Because the sea life mod runs on the same chance of spawning things that the random encounters mod runs on, so they're kind of the same thing, I guess, in a way. Alright, and since we're going to be going with the wind here, okay, that over there is Siren's Song, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure that over there on the horizon is actually Fort Astron. Just make sure. Southeast, yeah. Well, we are heading in the right direction, and Astra Abbey is not a small island, so we should see it before too long. But wow, we are really moving right on along. I'm liking this. I actually thought about going back to Fort Astron so I could actually get a spyglass, but I decided it might be better to try and find another island. Ah, there it is. Yeah, okay. So apologies about the game audio being kind of low last episode. I didn't realize it was going to be that low. In fact, you know what? Just to be on the safe side, I'll turn the volume for my microphone up a bit, and I'll also turn up the game volume. There we go. I'll have my voice a bit louder than the game itself, but you guys should definitely hear the game now. Although, to be fair, I have it turned down pretty low myself. In fact, you know what? I'm actually going to turn it up a decent amount. Whoa! Wow, we are really zooming here. I like it. Alright, so how much are we getting paid for these? So that is 53 Eastern Crowns. That's basically nothing. And then we have 134, so basically 180 extra crowns we'll be getting from this. Oh man, I had an opportunity there to check out the physics, because the better drag mod kind of plays around with the physics of the boat a bit. Hang on. There's also another island out there somewhere, unless that's part of... No, that's definitely something else. As we'll find out what that is whenever we get up there. Yeah, we are flying through the water here. Love it. Okay, I'm actually going to sail to the north of the island. That way I should, if the wind holds this direction, I should have an easier time getting into the port. Maybe. Hopefully. Just listen to that wind, though. Actually, I think that is just another part of Astra Abbey. Yeah, because it is a pretty decent-sized island. Yeah, I don't think it's anything else. Wait, I think I can actually climb up to the very top. Yes! Whoa, no, 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 no! Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Well, we don't have quite the momentum that we had from last time, unfortunately, but lesson learned. Do not climb all the way up to the very, very top of the mast. Very bad things will happen. So, like, how fat is our character then? Like, if this thing is basically empty. If just like a little bit of extra weight on top of the mast was enough to make it flip over, our character must be pretty hefty. Also, I think I might have a water addiction. There's 5 bottles of water here, and another 4 up here. And I also put an empty one in here. so it's just out of the way. I will sell all of the empty bottles, because I can get some change for them. But yeah, I think once we make our way back to Fort Aestrin, which we might actually do after we get done with this mission, I will go ahead and buy a spyglass. Probably just the cheap one for now, because I have a feeling that might be all I really need, but depending on how things go, we might also look into buying something else too. Honestly, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get a quadrant. That way I can figure out where we are in terms of latitude. The wind keeps shifting, which is not helping at all whatsoever. Alright, well, I will be with you guys whenever something of interest pops along. Yeah, this is actually kind of picturesque. I was about to go to bed, but then I realized it's actually kind of a beautiful night. Shooting star. Somebody make a wish. Wow. The night sky in this game, I swear, it's just freaking gorgeous. So far, no encounters with any whales. Though, you know, to be honest, whales breaching the surface, like, even though it's like a daily occurrence in reality, but it's probably not something that's experienced on a daily basis for sailors, you know? So I'm perfectly happy to just kind of leave it as a somewhat rare-ish event. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, good morning, everybody, once again. The sun is rising. The question is, where do I need to be sailing to? I think I need to be sailing over here. How did I not spot... Oh, wow, you can even still see the smoke rising from... Mount Malefic back there. Alright, let's slow right on down here. because I don't really know where I need to be going. Actually, I think I do now. Through those rocks over there. Now, this is kind of sketch at this speed, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, how wide is this gap? Oh, we're fine. We're absolutely fine. This will not be a problem at all whatsoever. And I think we might actually be at an okay-ish angle to continue on without having to worry about zigzagging, so there's that much at least. Let's see here. I think the dock is somewhere along this alley, or channel, whatever you want to call it. River? Stream? I don't think it's a stream. I think that's a bit too extreme. Channel would probably be the safest bet, honestly. Alright, well, I don't know if you're going to be doing much good, because you're going to be blocked by the square sail, so... The dock should be, like, right around this ledge here. And I've discovered you really want to come into this island from this angle. Makes it a lot easier. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Something must be investigated. Weigh anchor! There we go. What is all of this about? What? Oh. Okay. I mean, I'll take a free lantern, sure. Somebody was camping out here. Weird. Okay, well. If nothing else, I have a few things I can sell now. I'll keep the lantern. But I think I'll probably just sell the bed. and the firewood. As well as the mug. Okay, so. Go and put you here, I think. Wait, is this, like, anything special? No idea. Okay. Easy on. Okay. I might need some help turning. Woo! That was a little close. I do not have a mod that disables boat damage, so I have to be very, very, very careful about colliding into something. Because boat repairs, especially at the beginning of the game, are a nightmare. Let's see, I think we might be fine to go ahead and start raising up the sail. We'll just let the momentum of the boat carry us in. Ah, dang it. All right. I guess let's start with the actual missions first. Actually, can I just deliver this here? Mail. Yes, I can. But I can't deliver from the boat directly. That's kind of a shame. Finally, I can actually hire the stupid cart. So you, and you. Deliver those. Very good. Give me some of your water. Thank you very much. Oh, actually, you know what? Now, is there anything special about this mug? I'll hold on to it for now. It seems kind of unique. I will, however, go ahead and sell you, because I don't really need you anymore. And I'll go ahead and sell you, and you, and... No. There we go. Whoa. Okay, yeah, good find. Good find. That brings us up to over 2,000. Not bad. Not bad at all. So that means we can actually start trading. Take some mead to Fort Aestrin. Apples, also a pretty decent amount. I mean, we've got to do the goat cheese. We'll see how... The goat cheese is very valuable, and it doesn't weigh a lot, but I'll continue looking. Wool. Again, it doesn't really weigh a lot, but it is a lot more expensive to buy, but it will bring in, like, yeah, over 100 more, so... Oh, geez. Although it pays more at Siren Song. Books. I'm very curious how the Firefish Lagoon is going to be, because Firefish Lagoon is not an archipelago. It's an actual landmass. Maybe it just, like, randomizes the towns. Sculptures. Well, even if I wanted to take one, I couldn't, because sculptures are extremely heavy. Although... I don't know if I want to risk it. Oh god, East Wind. I forgot about East Wind. Oh boy. What do I want to do here? The mead pays 82, and I pay 154 for it. So I could actually take a lot of mead, but it weighs a lot. Beer... Eh, nothing there is really worth messing with. Apples... Wow, they only weigh 11? And they cost, like, nothing to buy. Okay, here I think is what I'm going to try and do. I'll buy some medicine for... So, actually... I can afford both of them, so I guess I'll just take more of these up to... Or, like, I'll take some medicine up to Siren Song. And then... I guess we'll do a medical transport thing. So yeah, let's take medicine there. We'll take medicine to Fort Astron. And then we'll take some wool to Fort Astron as well. Alright, so while I'm thinking about it, I am going to go ahead and write down the... I'm going to update my map, basically, so give me just a second, guys. Alright, map has been updated. Not enough money. Fine. Alright, let's get things kind of organized here. Siren Song will be the first stop. Alright, there we go. Let's proceed out of here cautiously. Maybe not this cautiously. Make sure everything is loose. Yep. Yeah, it takes like no time to build up any kind of speed. Well, if all goes well here, we might be sitting on like 3.5 grand by the time we get to Fort Astron. Which means we can probably do some work on this thing. Buy a few hooks. Probably get a broom as well. And then we'll consider getting a quadrant, although I need to keep in mind not to get distracted. First things first, spyglass, gaff sail. That looks a little shallow for my liking. Oh. I thought I had cleared that, and I just did some severe damage to the boat. That's wonderful! Great, awesome. So now we have to worry about getting the hull repaired. I was doing so well, too. I should have listened to that quiet, nagging voice that was telling me to try and leave through that way, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to. Oh well. Alright, back on our way to Siren Song, where the adventure started. I'm guessing daylight savings time just occurred because all my clocks are off. And the day feels like it's been going on forever. I only have one coin left to my name. Well, while we're sailing there, let's go ahead and do a bit of maintenance here. Perfect. I might try and keep this crate for something. I don't know what yet, though. Should probably start playing like an actual sailor, being drunk all the time. Alright, and also, tell you what, I'll keep a lantern down here and a lantern up there for... Although, you know, I don't know. So if I'm going to be up here, I'm going to be taking, like, star readings and things, so maybe it's better to not have a lantern up here. Could use this crate to store things like bread and cheese and things like that. Something else I could also try doing is doing some experimenting with the fishing mod. Zzz. Because I have a another mod called Hooks Hang More, I think is what it's called. And it basically allows you to use oh, hello, there's a whale. It basically allows you to use the hooks to hang more items, like the fishing poles, the brooms, the bucket, probably numerous other things as well. I heard another whale. Where are you? There you are. You're back there. It's absolutely amazing how all they eat is krill and plankton. The biggest creatures on Earth eat the tiniest things. And I know that the whales are actually, like, real physical things because on the mod page, there is a warning that the whales can and will bump into your boat, and they can cause severe damage. So, yay, I guess? It happens a lot in real life, or maybe not a lot, but I know it does happen. During World War II, there was an American ship that it got, like, all the way down the Atlantic, went through the Panama Canal, it got partially out into the Pacific, and then it got damaged by a whale. Like a whale had taken off a propeller blade or something. So it does happen. Feel kind of sorry for the whale in that instance. The whale's just out there chilling, doing its own thing, and the next thing you know, it's getting sliced up by a propeller blade. Poor creature. Something that might also be kind of fun would be seeing dolphins, like, jumping ahead of the bow of the ship. Definitely going to be investing into a bucket, but thankfully buckets are pretty cheap. You know what? Just because we're catching a bit more wind than I really care for, I'm going to go and raise up the square sail. And I'll just rely on the stay sail for now. Although, maybe what I could do is just kind of tighten. Maybe not quite that much. Maybe something a bit more like that. Although, considering how much I'm actually going to need to sleep, I might actually just go ahead and raise up both sails and just sleep through the night. Wait, can I actually use... Where is a empty bottle? I don't have an empty bottle. Nah, that's not what I wanted to do. Wait, did I seriously just scoop out all the water with just the mug? It's a pretty beefy mug. Preferably, I could make it to Siren Song, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm just going to go to bed, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, good morning, everybody, once again. How many days are we into this thing now? Seven days. Out of potentially hundreds, you never know. I don't know how much good you're doing. You're still doing some good, I guess. Trying to look and see if there's anything that I might have missed while I was sleeping. So far, not that I can see. Alright, I think you're just doing more harm than good at this point. So we're going to be relying on the... It's not a Genoa, not yet. I think it's just a jib. Actually going to loosen you just ever so slightly. Because you keep trying to push me off course, and I don't really like it. I might have to... What the heck? Okay, well, you know, that works. That works. I don't know what that was, but it helped. Thank you, whatever the heck that was. I think I found the culprit. Oh no. Wind, you need to start helping me. Wind? Actually, I think he's going the other direction. Nope, he is definitely coming over here. I'm going to sail out past the island a little ways and then turn back around. And then try and use the wind to get into the island from a better angle. You know, in fact, this might be good enough. Might. It'd be nice if the wind would change direction. That'd be very helpful. But you're not going to, are you? Nah, of course not. That would make things way too simple. Oh boy. Oh, hello. The wind just shifted. Doesn't hurt my feelings any. Nice. Yeah, first things first, whenever we get to Fort Acheron, is we will be repairing this, because this is, number one, it's unsightly, number two, it's dangerous. There's also another whale leaping out of the water. At least I know for a fact that mod is working now. Whoa, 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 whoa. None of that, please. Use the golden mug to drain out. This is a heck of a mug. I'm going to keep it just for the sake of how easily it gets water out. Who needs a bucket when you have that thing? I do want to watch the boat from the outside for a little bit, because I just want to see, like, how effective the better drag mod is whenever it comes to the boat's physics. What the... Right, so there's a problem with the whales. That just sent me flying backwards. Like a good mile or so. All this ocean, I just happen to be in like the one area where there is a whale under the water. There's Mount Malefic way off there in the distance. It's very handy that it's smoking, because otherwise I'd probably struggle to find it. Well, until I got a ways over there anyway. No. Yeah. Definitely getting a gaff sail. That does mean I'll have to bring all this downstairs, though. Unless I get a short gaff. Ah, come on, really? This close to the island? Oh no, the wind actually just died down completely, even though it sounds like it should be windier than heck out here. Hey, now there's a sight. Rainbows. You don't see rainbows super often in the Astron area, do you? In my experience, it's typically been the Emerald Archipelago, where you see like the most vibrant rainbows. Alright, so yeah. I don't know how close the whales get to the islands. I assume they don't get super close, although having said that, some of the whales were pretty close to Fort Astron in the previous video. Like, I wasn't that far off the coast, or that far off the beach, from the backside of the island, so I assume they get pretty close. Unless maybe the mod just wasn't really working the way it's supposed to, then. Who knows? How long do I have to deliver? Okay, I'll have 2 days to get to Fort Astron. So maybe it would be better if I were to actually just sleep in the inn. So, I just had a commenter say that this mod will definitely, like, really help bring out the sense of exploration that you kind of lose after you've put so many hours into the game, like I have. Knocking on the door of 1,000 hours with this game. And, yeah, you know, it's almost like starting a completely brand new game. You don't know where anything is. You don't know where anything is going to be. And I like that. I really like it. The whole, like, sense of exploration has officially returned. And definitely for the better. Alright, let's start angling the ship. Oh, that's the wrong thing. See, it makes this wind sound effect, but it's not that windy. I don't know if that's from the random encounters or something else. Or maybe even just the vanilla game. Alright. Don't want that happening. Let's loosen you. And let's loosen you. There we go. Have a huge load of medicine for you guys. You guys must have a lot of sick people. Don't worry, I'm on the job. Turn that off before I waste any more oil. I am on the job. Don't worry. You guys are saved. Probably. Maybe. I don't know how good my track record is, considering this is my first job. So you guys might be saved, you might not. It's pretty much 50-50. Listen, you're either saved or you're done paying taxes. Either way, it's an optimal outcome, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and get you delivered. And then I'll be taking those. Alright. Do you have anything that's worth taking to Fort Astron, my good sir? Northfish, maybe. Oh god, Happy Bay. Where the heck is Happy Bay gonna be? Oh god. Seafood. Nails? Acer Abbey wants nails. Mount Malefic wants goods. You know what? Just to get the reputation up a bit more. Let's see if we can... Yeah. Yeah, I really don't need the cart for this. It's not that far of a walk. I will, however, go and turn on the lantern. Okay, so it's starting to rain. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Could be a good thing because it could mean some strong winds in my preferred direction, which it is not going to do that, so I think instead what I'm going to do... I am going to sleep here on the island for the night. Hey there, I'd like to rent a room, please, but first, I'll take some wine. Find a seat over here, and actually, you know what? Let's be social. Let's talk to this guy. Yeah. Uh-huh. It's quite a doozy, isn't it? I'm out of wine. You know what? I'm feeling generous. Have some wine on me, my good sir. It's been quiet around here lately. Haven't seen any boats in port for a while. Fascinating conversation. Give me some cheese. And some bread. And good night to both of you. It's been a real pleasure, gentlemen. Right. Give me my... I'll take some morning wine. Sure, why not? Have the prices changed any? I mean, I guess I could take some North Fish. Seafood. Yeah, screw it. I'll take some North Fish. Well, crap. I say it. Let's take some North Fish. Ah, here we go. This should probably work. I didn't even bother to check and see how heavy these things are. That might prove to be a mistake, but I'm sure I can blame it on a whale. As I said earlier, you either succeed or you finish paying taxes. Those are optimal outcomes. Right, so the wind is blowing that way, which is not great. But you know what? I'll take a broom, and I'll take the bucket. Hiya! Let me put you on those. And for the time being, I'll use the square sail. I'm not going to be able to use this thing for very long. That's a little close to the beach. I'm not liking that. And lo and behold, the wind is blowing pretty much directly where... blowing from exactly where I need to be going. Who would have seen that coming? Although, actually, this isn't as bad as I'm making it seem, because I can actually still use the main sail here. Because I'm looking at the back side of Fort Astron. That's not the port side. Although, if I tighten this completely... No, it doesn't make the square sail swing all the way out. That's kind of unfortunate. But what can you do, I suppose? Here we go. Get just enough of an angle to get a decent amount of wind. Right. Might as well go ahead and start cleaning the boat. Not like there's anything else to really do. Bare minimum, I can kind of clean the cabin area. I don't think the dirty effect really does anything. Not yet. So this is a completely optional thing, but it's just another thing to do while you're out at sea, because eventually you'll go on trips that are just so long that you just kind of need a little something else to do. Some ships are easier to clean than others. The Dow and the Sandbuck are the easiest, in my experience. The Junk is a nightmare to clean. Just because there's so many, like, turns and corners and whatnot. The Brig is also a pain in the butt, just because it's so big. You know, that's actually a good point. I'm reading one of Coupling Rhino's comments on my previous video, and he says to use the interactive map to draw out 2 lines to your destination to kind of triangulate where you're supposed to go. In fact, I'm going to pull up his... Okay, wow. So, a map square is 100 miles. So... And Mount Malefic is a ways away. So apparently you can actually see the steam rising from Mount Malefic from like 200 miles away now. That's just insane. But again, I have no way of knowing how far a mile actually is. As far as I know, there's nothing to really base it on. I'm going to keep this empty bottle down here just to test something out in the event that we get more water on our ship. Yeah, for anybody who is wondering about the mod list, I am going to make a special video, and might actually be a video that comes after this one, where I'll go over all the mods that I'm using. I should have wrote a mod list while I was editing the description of the first video, but I just didn't really think about it. The wind is dying down again, which is just great, fantastic, awesome. Oh well, not much you can do about it. And the wind has picked up again. So, I worked 2 days this week. I worked Monday and Tuesday, and then I'm off for a week and a half. I'm off from Wednesday to Friday, then the weekend off, and then I have the week of Veterans Day off. So I've got a lot of time coming up that I can use to record and do all kinds of other things. I'll probably even go out to the farm and visit the family at some point. You know, with just this alone, I would actually have enough money to buy the basic spyglass. But I'll hold off for now. You know what? I'll speed up time by sleeping. Whoa, hello. I think we might have overslept a little bit. That over there is Fort Astron. Alright, let's kind of keep it at a Gentile angle here. I just love the shooting stars. They just really help liven up the night sky. I should probably turn the lantern on, because I don't know how much you guys are actually able to see. And you know what? I'll actually bring the lantern a bit more like that. Let's see here. We still have 2 days to deliver these, so we should be fine. Admittedly, I probably could make the turn to start heading in that direction, but I'm going to be safe and go a little bit further out. Just turn that off for now. I'll see you guys here in a little bit. And the sun rises once more. Is there any sign of any wreckage or anything? Not that I can see. It seems as though most of the other islands are going to be off over there. I'm going to assume that's Firefly over there. Whatever it is, it's pretty big. I don't think you're really doing that much help, so I'll just raise you up. Have some morning wine. And, I don't have anything other than cheese, so... Come on, wind. Cooperate with me, will you? Yeah, you're really not doing anything. Just wanted to double check. That is really bright. I might have to get out and push. It does look like... I really need to get a gaff sail. This would not be a problem. Yeah, there we go. Sooner or later, we will get there. Although, wait. I'm pointing at the wrong angle. Never mind, it wasn't the wind that was being dumb there, it was me. Alright, on the final approach, more or less. Ooh, you know what I haven't really looked at yet? Is the Celodex. So the record mass was 2.3 thousand... What? I guess that's like total, like ever. Okay. So the most I've ever had on board the ship was like 599. And what I have right now is 598. I'm 2 pounds away from having 600 pounds on board the ship. Alright, let's get a little bit closer and then I'll start reeling up the sails. I think we'll start with you. Almost there. Almost there. Hiya! Right. I'm going to run and get the cart real quick. Cartman, I have need of your services. Thank you very much. All right. Let's go for you. You as well. You, and you. And then, I'll just place all these back here for now. And, I will also... Dang it. Yeah, I'll sell this individually whenever I get up to the market. Alright, so let's start off with the missions. And then the Northfish. Right, let's do missions first. Deliver all, and deliver all. Very good. And then Northfish. Heck yeah. Alright, so that brings us up to 30, basically 3,900. Should be more than enough to repair this. Should I clean it? Nah, it's just wasting money. Let's see here. Go for the slim cabin. Crow's Nest would be useful. Could put the helm up there, I suppose. Although, that adds quite a bit. Oh god, the deep keel, that... Ooh. That would be nice to have, but it's a bit much. That would be nice to have, too. Should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? No, I'm just going to... Suppose I could take away the cabin completely. Or just have a log cabin. Or low cabin, whatever you want to call it. That doesn't add that much in terms of price. but an absolute must-have, at least as far as my opinion goes, is a gaff sail. Truth be told, I could probably even just do away with that. Wait, how much? Go for the low cabin. Gaff sail, go for... I guess I could go for the 6-footer. It would be better than nothing. But what happens if I remove... Oh, that helps out tremendously. Okay, so... I mean, 1,300 is not bad. 1,300 is not bad at all. I feel like a crow's nest would be an absolute must. I could put the helm up there. Somehow I think not, though. Before I head out to the open ocean, I might get the deep keel. Oh, man. I really want to. I really, really want to. Can I just add on a gaff sail like this? Technically, yes, but it's going to be pretty high up. It's very high up for my liking, but it's cheap. So I think I'll go ahead and take that. It might turn out to be a mistake. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Although, actually, you know what? I should have enough money. Hey! Ah, dang it. Darn it. Really wish there was a ladder or something over here. You know what? I might as well go ahead and clean it. It doesn't cost that much, and thinking about it, let's also go ahead and... Once again, doesn't really cost that much. So let's do it. Awesome. Alright. So now that hubbubaloo is taken care of. Suppose it kind of didn't really matter. Okay, I'm gonna sail out past this rock. Although, it might be good enough. Go ahead and just start turning now. I'm going to park with the boat facing this way, so we can just leave real easily. But you'll notice how easily we are sailing upwind now. This is the main reason I wanted a gaff sail. A lot of people seem to have problems with gaff sails. I don't get it. I think they're incredibly useful. On top of that, like, you just can't beat that look, as far as my opinion goes, as far as my own personal taste goes. Let's reel you up, and we can start looking into some trinkets that we can buy. However, I might actually run to the inn first. That way I don't have to worry so much about fatigue and all that nonsense. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to run for the inn, and then we'll take a little look-see at the market and see what all we need. Ah, smells amazing in here. Whoa. It's a really cool painting. Give me some bread. And some of these. You know what? I'll sit over here by myself. And just have a few drinks to myself. It's been a long couple of days. Recycle that, will you? Alright, now that it is morning, I've got all the time in the world to browse the market and see what all I can get. Could go for some rum, I suppose. I'm almost tempted to take this, just so I kind of know where I am in the world. The navigation part is going to be irrelevant, but I suppose for navigation what I could do is I could actually just, like, switch over to the interactive map and show you guys what's going on there. Alright, so for now, let's buy up a bunch of these. And we can place these randomly on board the boat. Let's see here, so we can place one here. We can place one... Place one there. As a matter of fact, that'd be a pretty good place for you. We can hang one. I'm going to hang one here. Hang one back here. And then we'll hang one there. So, let's put everything in an assigned location, I think. Also, would there happen to be a well here? I'd very much like to have a well, if at all possible. It would be nice. Maybe there's one, like, somewhere I haven't really been to yet. I haven't really seen the backs of these buildings. Probably an area you're really not supposed to go to. Although there is an alley back here. Unfortunately, no, I do not see a well. Fine, I suppose. Right, so, I'm gonna buy a quadrant just so I can figure out where the heck I am. screw it. Go big or go home, basically. I'll buy another one of these. Reason being is because I'm going to get a few different fishing poles. And some fishing hooks. Actually, you know what? This might be a bit more interesting, though it is going to be annoying with this thing up here. So I think, yeah, I might have been on the right idea earlier. So yeah, this is why I got these, because you can actually put the fishing poles in there, and yes, you can actually cast them out, and you'll catch fish as the boat is sailing, which I think is really freaking cool. Also, can I hang... Yeah, that's where the broom is. You know what? I'll take the broom off for now. Can I hang my spyglass on you? No. That's fine. Fair enough. Let's see. So I've got the fishing poles up there. Oops. Definitely don't want to lose the compass. That would be very bad. Alright, let's go ahead and sell those. I'll buy another thing of fishing hooks, just for the sake of having them. I'll place them... I just thought of something else I can do with the shipyard. I'll do that here in a minute. But there's a little trick we can do to make a bit more storage. I'm just trying to make sure if I have everything. This, I think, would really just be a waste of money. Alright, how far away can I take this? I don't think the sun's quite high enough yet. I'll come back to that here in a minute or two. apple. Let's see. Where's a compass? Yeah, it's not quite midday yet, though it is getting to be pretty close. Shouldn't be... Ah, dang it. Wait, here we go. Let me use this. It's been so long since I've used this thing, I really don't remember... Okay, there's the shadow. It looks like longitude 30. Latitude 20? Yeah. We're like longitude 30 and latitude 19. So wait. So latitude is going to be 19. And longitude is going to be... I'm just going to say 30. Yeah, latitude 20. Longitude 30. Okay, where's my eraser? Okay, so let me switch over to the interactive map and I'll show you guys where we are. Right, so if I'm reading that map correctly, which I'm probably not, but whatever. Fort Astron is going to be right here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So that would indicate that Siren Song is going to be basically right down here. Fay Valley is going to be somewhere kind of towards over here. The Abbey is going to be somewhere more kind of down here. So, yeah. So this is Siren Song. This is Fay Valley. And this is... what's the abbey called? Astra Abbey, yeah. And so far, that's everything that I've found. I don't think the placement of them is right, but at least I have a general idea of where they are. In fact, you know what? That looks like it might be a bit more accurate with what I've found so far. So, yeah. Is there a way I can save the map? What does this do? Oh, whoa. I'm looking for a way to save the map. I'm sure there's got to be a way to. Alright, well, with that taken care of, I just simply exported the map. I have no idea if it's saved or not. I'll look around a bit more, see if I just overlooked something. But I think, considering this video is going on for 2 hours and 10 minutes at this point, I'm going to go ahead and just call it a video here. So thank you everybody so much for watching. We accomplished a lot in this video. Actually, you know what? Before I do anything, I can actually climb up here and I can look around. Although, ooh. Might have to put a deep keel on this thing, because if this is leaning this far over, ooh. I guess we'll have to do some testing whenever we get out into the open ocean again. But thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to see more content from me, consider subscribing to the channel, because I do plan on uploading a lot more of this, especially since I'm going on vacation in the not too distant future. And until next time, guys, God bless, take care of yourselves, I will see you in the next video. Until then, this is your captain, signing out.